Hello, gorgeous. Welcome to HG Radio, everything beauty, cancer, and inspiration. Here is your co-founder and host, Kim Becker.
Hello, gorgeous, and thank you for joining us today. I'm your host, Kim Becker, and this is Hello, Gorgeous, everything beauty, cancer, and inspiration on Society Bites Radio, social interaction for the mind and soul. Our guest today is Linda Thomas. It all started with a single haircut plus a style at Horst Friends Salon in Minneapolis in 1985. Through the excellent service delivery of her stylist, Sheryl, Linda found an integral lifestyle product line with a mission that she could get behind. 3 years later, Linda moved to Texas in 1988. Linda North Thomas not only embraced the Aveda and its mission, she sought out a sales position at the Neill Corporation in Hammond, Louisiana. Training in early days included travel with Horst and management of retail areas for his shows all over the United States. Linda was the first exclusive Aveda sales representative for Neill Corporation, selling Aveda's plant-based, eco-friendly salon products in the Deep South in the late 80s was not for the faint of heart. The need for big hair often overshadowed the company's vision for greater life and well-being. In 1992, Linda had progressed to the role of regional coach at Neill Corporation. Her family moved to Minneapolis, where Aveda by Progressive recruited her for a similar role. A professional shift from a distribution to salon operations occurred in 1999, when Diane Keller invited Linda to join her salon, New Reflections. Together, they opened 3 Aveda lifestyle spa salons in the Twin Cities. Linda is currently the Vice President of Operations and Marketing for the company. Hi, Linda, and welcome to the show.
Hello. Hi, Kim. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing great. It's cold here, but it's Christmas time, and we're having fun, and we're busy, and it's just great.
Well, and I agree. You know, I've said this to you before. I've had the opportunity to visit you up in Minneapolis, the Minneapolis area a couple of times. And the one time we went, like, people don't understand how cold it gets up there. So I remember being there in like late January, early February. And the warning was that the exhaust from the cars in front of you could create black ice. Like, that's how cold it was. I had no clue it could get that cold anywhere.
It's so cold. People are driving their trucks on the ice. It gets that cold.
I just can't even. I can't even wrap my brain around it.
I know. I'm sad we have to.
That's right. That's right. Although my favorite story was we were there. Oh, it was probably not this last time, but a year ago in February, and you had on a sweater and a cute skirt and leggings and no coat, and it was probably 25 degrees. You were like, "Yeah, welcome to Minnesota. This is how we all dress." You just get used to it, though, don't you? You just get used to the cold.
You do, and you know once it's cold, it's just cold. It doesn't matter if it's 20 below or 40 below. It's just cold.
It's just cold. Yep. I get it. I understand. Yep. I understand. So I want to start off our interview. So how did you meet me, and how did you and your salon get involved with Hello Gorgeous?
Okay, well, you probably remember coming to Minneapolis to the Heartland Beauty Show. And
yes.
I wasn't, and I was not able to attend that, but Jackie Keller and Lisa Banwell, two members of leadership here, they attended that show, and I don't think they really were there to, necessarily look for a philanthropic opportunity to offer at the salons, but they ran into you or they saw your room and thought, well, Hello Gorgeous. Wow, that sounds fun. Let's go check it out. And the next thing I know, they come home to tell me the story. They said, we've already signed up. We know you're going to love it. So we've already taken care of signing up with Kim. And then they proceeded to tell me all about it. And of course, it was like a no-brainer. It was like, well, it's perfectly mission aligned for what we do. And so I never really got to meet you, only by phone. And then when you came to join us for our first reveal was when we actually got to meet face to face.
Well, and so the real story of that is that I was at the Heartland Beauty Show, and I had a classroom there. because I really feel that education on what you can and can't do on a woman battling cancer in your salon is extremely important because we're not taught that in beauty school. So I thought, oh my gosh, if this is important to me, this is going to be important to so many other people. And I envisioned this classroom being full and, standing room only. Nobody showed up. And we were getting ready to pack up. And that's when Jackie and Lisa actually walked in. Mike and I were getting ready to leave. And so we did have one-on-one time, and then and actually we smiled at each other and we said, well, if that was the whole reason that we had to be here and to have a classroom was to meet you guys, it was amazing. And the other part of that was when we came up in that January to certify your team, it's still to date one of the largest teams that we've ever certified. You guys had gotten the ballroom at that hotel. I think we certified like 65 of your stylists, didn't we?
I believe you did, yes.
It was a lot of people, which is wonderful because that's just, even because of the size of your salon, even if they don't particularly participate in each and every one of the Hello Gorgeous visits, they have that education so that they know what they can and can't do when a stylist or a woman with cancer comes into your salon. They know how to treat her.
Absolutely. So important.
So tell me a little bit. I want to know more, and I want our audience to know more about the salon. And we'll get back to Hello Gorgeous because I know that that's part of the success of your salon. But you guys have created this amazing, I'm going to call it an empire because it's an empire to me, this amazing empire where you've got these team members that are so invested in you and what you guys have going. Tell me about that and how you build your team. And you have stylists that have been there and they've stayed. And what do you attribute that to?
Wow. Okay. We were New Reflections, and this past year we rebranded, and we are now Reflect Salon. And Diane has had the company for 40 years this year. And wow. Yeah, super exciting and very fun. And we just felt, it's time to rebrand. We were feeling, New Reflections has, brought us 40 years strong. And we didn't want to lose our identity by changing names. We didn't want to, be something that we're really not. And that was just a really fun part of doing the rebranding is working with the company, the branding company, and how they, after time, came up with Reflect Salon. So we love that the new name is actually part of the old name to help us carry the tradition forward, the mission, the vision, and our values forward into the next 40 years. So for us, that was really, really super exciting. As you mentioned, we're 3 salons strong in the western suburbs of Minneapolis. And, all 3 salons, we like to say we all share the same mission, vision, and values, but they all 3 have their own personalities. Our flagship store is our Plymouth location. And that is our largest and where we have nails and spa and full hair salon, as well as our call center. So, that's kind of who we are in a nutshell. Yes, we have 120 employees, team members, and that's a combination of guest services as well as our service providers. And, we have a great team. I think part of our success with retaining our team members would have to be accredited to a couple of things. We look for people who are obviously like-minded with a similar vision and want to be a part of a family. I mean, we're a very team-oriented company. We have this unique little thing we do. We wear headsets, and because our salons are kind of large in size, we wear headsets so that we can, ask for support and ask for help. And everyone knows that's what they're, here to do. We're here to serve not just our guests, but also the team and each other. So important to make sure that our delivery is seamless to the guest. So I think, we also involve our team members in the recruitment process. They go to the career fairs with Jackie. They are part of the tryout that the guest or that the potential team member would do. They do a tryout with a cut and color so that we can, look at not just their skill level isn't what we're really evaluating, but we're evaluating, are they coachable? Are they open to learning? Because that's what we're about. Our mission is to serve and support one's well-being through our commitment to education, community involvement, and team growth. And so the people we bring on have to also embrace that, or they just won't be successful here.
Well, and what I love is even though it's a larger salon, you feel like there's just such a warm feeling when you walk into your salon. The front desk automatically agreed to, and I was there back in September, and you had construction going on, and your place was gorgeous even with the construction going on. I mean, you guys just do such a great job of just making individuals feel welcome, which is hard when you've got a salon that size, because you would think that it would be easy to get lost. And it's not. You from the time you walk in to the time you check out, you guys have done an amazing job with your systems. You've got some great systems in place, because I was there multiple times, and it didn't matter who waited on me or who took care of me. I still had that same feeling. So bravo to you guys. You guys are doing a phenomenal job.
Oh, thank you.
And so one of the other questions that I had, so you've been involved with Hello Gorgeous. It's been 5 years now, correct?
Correct.
And so how has being involved with Hello Gorgeous supported your business?
Okay, so now I have to take you back. When I first met Diane, I was her Aveda rep starting, that was back in the early 90s, mid-90s, I guess. I joined her as the Aveda rep, and the first thing I did with her, the first event we did, was a makeup and skincare and makeup event that we were doing. And shortly after that, we learned one of her team members, who was also pregnant, had cancer. She had an unusual form of cancer, which also the baby then had the cancer as well.
Oh, wow.
And just horrific story. I mean, could life get worse, for her? We felt, what can we do? She didn't have any money. She, husband was leaving. And so what I did was we worked with Aveda and with Rick Goldberg at the time, who was the owner of Progressive. And what we were able to do is purchase, or I think Aveda just passed this on to us, was a bunch of Aveda candles. And what we did is we sold each of the candles for $20. And then all of those proceeds went to this particular team member just to support her with life. I mean, I'm not sure it was a whole lot of money, but at the time, that's what we were able to do. And so for me, it really started back then with Diane, that we were able to start supporting people that were going through cancer. And I know that we ended up doing that program for a long time, where we just gave a portion of the profits from the retail sale of the candles to an ongoing program for people going through cancer. So that was back in 95, 96. And then, fast forward all those years, all our philanthropic giving went to support people with cancer. So those were the programs that we would funnel our giving to. And then you came along, and so I guess we've kind of been known for the salon that gives back this way, to give our support there. And we're kind of known for that, which is, it's a good, bad thing. It's not the best thing to be known for, but it's a good thing to be about. And yeah. So what has it done for the salon? I guess in the community, we have that presence, and I believe, we get a lot of feedback from the community, positive feedback that people appreciate what we're doing. And when I have to tell the hockey team and the dance team and the volleyball team that, I really can't make a donation to your program, but here's what we do for philanthropic giving. And that's really been our mission, is to get the word out about Hello Gorgeous, because it is a great thing. And once people know about it, they're just, they're so grateful that something like that is available.
I think one of my favorite things from the standpoint of the founder and watching the affiliates be able to be a part of this is that all of the stylists that are in your salon are licensed to touch. That's what we get to do. And the fact that so many of them get to participate in this program, right, where they actually get to, they get to do the hair, they get to do the makeup, they get to touch her, they get to meet her. She's a real person. And so being a part of that program, like they get to watch the effects of what they do going forward. Like they watch her come in sick and they get to watch her leave where she stands a little taller and she's got a new outfit on and she's smiling from ear to ear, which she wasn't doing beforehand. And so that's been one of my benefits. That's what juices me when I get to watch a salon be a part of that for that reason, because you get to see the benefits of what the program offers. Okay, Linda, so I have to ask you, what has been your favorite makeover and reveal so far?
My favorite was our second one, which would have been, well, as you know, the first one didn't happen. You were here for it. And we had a huge day planned with press, and the individual actually ended up getting sick overnight and had to go back into the hospital. So there was no first one, but our very first then would have been with Marilyn. Marilyn is a dear friend from our church who actually had started the Sunday school program and the daycare there many years ago. And my two children got to receive the benefits of being a part of that church and getting to go through the Sunday school program and also the full-time daycare program as well through kindergarten. And Marilyn was the creator of much of that. She put a lot of work into that over the years. And when she had also been a guest here at New Reflections at the time and had been with us for many years too. And so, of course, when we learned that she had colon cancer, we let the daughters right away know about this program that we had just basically started working with Hello Gorgeous. And they nomination, and it was just the most exciting reveal, maybe because I knew her and it was just fun to see her be a part of the day. We had the press here. We had Plymouth Magazine was here taking photos for the magazine, as well as Twin Cities Live, which is our local pop culture TV station. They also were here, and it was just an amazing day. And she was so good. I mean, she's had some experience, I think, being on TV and being interviewed. She was beaming. She was just beaming and beautiful. And so she was just, I mean, she talked about that day for many years. And unfortunately, we lost Marilyn last year. The cancer was in remission and then came back. And we had to say goodbye to her. So that was sad.
But what an amazing day. You gave her to remember, and her family too, and even her daughters, that they were able to be a part of that. I think that's the other part of Hello Gorgeous that I like, is that, family members a lot of times will just stand around and say, well, I don't know what to do. And so Hello Gorgeous gives them an opportunity to do something where they can help you coordinate and plan this amazing experience for these women battling cancer.
Absolutely.
How does your team respond to Hello Gorgeous?
They love it. This is fun. 2 days before, we do a data call, and that alerts our whole team. They all get a text, and they are reminded to wear their T-shirts and to know that we'll be introducing some guests that day that will be in the salon. So everyone's very much aware of when things are happening. They want to be a part of it, whether it's just lining up along the red carpet to welcome them, be a part of the reveal, or get to be one of the team members that gets to offer the services to the individual. So they're actually, the other two salons wear their T-shirts as well, which causes the guests to go, what's Hello Gorgeous? Even though the reveal's not going on at their salon.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And so tell me why you feel, and we talked a little bit about this earlier. So it's important for Hello Gorgeous to you, but I even get like because of what you just said about the team, like I think it's a stronger I think it creates a stronger bond with the team when they watch this makeover and that they come together to produce this day for someone battling cancer. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. It's your visit. You can give money all day long to various organizations, and we love to fundraise for Hello Gorgeous. But when you're actually a part of the experience and you get to see the individual's face during the time they might be getting that pedicure or getting their hair colored or whatever that might be for them, to experience what you're giving back and being a part of it. I mean, there's nothing like that.
Hmm. I agree. And I always say, too, that it'll cut down on, like some of the pettiness, too, when you actually see a woman that's, standing there and is suffering with whatever type of cancer, and she doesn't know the fate of her future, right? And that she's your age or she looks similar to somebody that you know. I always think that kind of, can cut down on some of the, like I said, some of the petty. We just appreciate life that much more when you get to watch someone else going through their tough times and that you get to make a difference in their life.
Absolutely. Yep.
So
And we've done some of the reveals too. Some of our team, moms, grandmas, sisters, cousins, are battling cancer. And I know we've had a few of them also be nominated, and get the opportunity to come and experience a Hello Gorgeous. And so therefore, team members from our other locations can definitely sign up and be part of the experience here at the salon. So they'll come over for the day and be a part of it themselves.
Awesome. Well, you'll when you go back and talk to your team, you'll have to let them know that we've taken their suggestions for the upcoming T-shirts into account, and we're using their inspiration to design the new one. So they wanted the Hello Gorgeous on the back, and they wanted the logo on the right or the left chest, and then they wanted the V-neck. So those are coming next year to your team, so they'll all get them.
Oh, they'll love that.
Good. So we've got just a couple minutes left. Tell me about the art program that you guys do to raise funds for Hello Gorgeous.
Oh my gosh, this is like the most fun part of my job. I love this. So we remodeled the 3 salons a couple years back. We did the new build out of Ridgedale, and then we had done some light remodels in the other 2 salons, ending up with a lot of white walls. All the walls are the same color. And we're like, okay, we could go out and buy art, but that's going to get old and boring looking at that over time. And I always have loved artists. I think of our team, we're all artists in what we do with hair or, makeup or nails, whatever it is. I consider all of us artists. And started to think about, well, what about our local community? And we have local artists that, they're showing their artwork in coffee shops and, other art galleries around town and so forth. But why couldn't we be an art gallery too? And so I started to connect with one artist. I reached out and I think what I ended up doing is I called a friend who I knew was a part of the art world. And I said, can you hook me up with some artists so that we could get some, we want to start to offer the opportunity to showcase local artists. And he's like, oh yeah, sure. So he did. And I started out with 3 artists. We had a different artist within each location. And then what we did is every 3 months, we rotate that art. So the artist gets a full 9 months of exposure for their art to be showcased at Reflect Salons. And I'm not kidding, the response has been incredible. And they get to sell the art. So the art goes up for sale. They have it marked. And from there, they're all willing. This isn't they have to do. They choose to do this. We do ask that 20% of any of the sales benefit Hello Gorgeous, and no one's turned me down yet.
Wow.
We don't take any of the money, so we just have them make that donation directly to Hello Gorgeous, and it's just been amazing. We have had guests that are artists that we had no idea. We've had friends of guests call me, ask to be part of the program. I literally have enough artists for the next 3 years.
Wow.
And I know. And my biggest fear was ever having to say no to somebody. And I've not had to do that. And I have met some of the most incredible people with the most incredible stories themselves and how cancer has touched their life. And it's just been an amazing, amazing opportunity. For some of these ladies and gentlemen who are artists, this is their first show. They've never had a show before. They didn't even know what they're doing. I didn't know what we were doing either, but I said, we'll figure it out together.
That's right.
And
That's right.
It's just been super fun. And they're all, like everyone, we're also individual. The art is very individual. And as you know, art's very personal to people. And so what I may not like, the rest of the world loves, so I'm not a judge. I don't judge. I just give them the opportunity. And it's just been an amazing opportunity for me and our team.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
I love it.
Thank you so much, Linda, for joining us today. I'm so glad we had the opportunity to do this. I really appreciate you taking the time out to speak with me today and share this. Thank you.
Of course.
All right, if you have any questions or comments and like to know more about the guest on our show, please feel free to contact me at kbecker@hellogorgeous.org or visit our website at www.hellogorgeous.org. Thank you for joining me today on Hello Gorgeous, Everything Beauty, Cancer, and Inspiration. I'm your host, Kim Becker, and until next time, stay gorgeous.